Hi everyone, this is a table of a few of my favorite starter things. I say starter things because these are all very affordable. They are all very good examples of how awesome Pampered Chef is. I've been a consultant for a little over 3 years, and so as I've been a consultant, slowly I've started swapping out my kitchen things for Pampered Chef things. And I've gotten by. I didn't realize how awesome things were until I had really awesome products. Like for example, this cutting board, the Weld cutting board for roast, for chicken, for melons, for bread, for anything that's going to make a mess as you're cutting it. This is great. And all leads down into the well to hold everything. If it's a roast or a chicken or something, you can pour off the juices with the spout at the end. So it's perfect. It contains all the mess. The nylon helps protect your knives. It's dishwasher safe. It doesn't stain as far as I know. It doesn't harbor bacteria like wood. Doesn't wreck your knives like glass does or cause a safety issue in your kitchen. And then the coated knives to go with it. Great price point for great knives. You can sharpen them with our sharpener that we have available. They're dishwasher safe. They're non-stick. They feel nice in your hand. And they're not very expensive. They're a great place to start for knives. For baking, this sheet here is fantastic. You can bake on stoneware, and that's just awesome. I do, however, personally prefer the cookie sheet with the mat and the scoops to go with it. And it tells you exactly how far to space things apart. And on the backside, there's the larger one. I've never had an issue with them. I've never had burnt cookies. They've never stuck. I love it, and I bake a fair bit, so that's important to me. The stackable cooling racks at Christmas time. So I have 4 of them, and not a lot of counter space when I get baking a lot. I use them. I also use them as hot pads, put things on instead of putting them on my counter. Because they stack on each other, it saves a lot of space. They fold down flat too, so you can use it as a hot pad because it allows air to flow through underneath. The food chopper. It's perfect. It is great for helping kids to get involved in your kitchen too. So it just smushes down. You can do it with the lid or just straight on a cutting board too. And that's it. Comes apart and goes in the dishwasher as well. And that's great. It makes cutting an onion take roughly 10 seconds as opposed to maybe a couple minutes. It's a great time saver, and it cuts up pieces super small too if you want to make a soup or hide vegetables and stuff into your food. The steamer collection. So this pot here, we use, I think, probably 5 times a week. So you can cook anything in it. You can cook rice, as it's called, the microwave rice cooker. You can cook potatoes. You can cook pasta. You can steam vegetables. You can make a cake. You can do anything in it. Same with this one. This one has a little vent in here. You can see. So it doesn't boil over. So with the extra tray that's on the inside, so steam collects in there, and if the water does happen to pull up into here, it'll fill into here. It will never make a mess in your microwave. Excuse me. This microwave steam cooker, so with vegetables, frozen vegetables, you just put the frozen vegetables in. Maybe a tablespoon of water, likely not. There's enough kind of frost on the vegetables to steam it itself. You can fill that up with broccoli, and it'll take like 4 or 5 minutes tops in the microwave. Kraft dinner in that takes less than 8 minutes. It's perfect. The deep covered baker. Pampered Chef is great for their stoneware. Great, great, great. 3-year warranty. It's absolutely worth its value for what it cooks. I should have had the bar pan on here. It's a great one to start with too. The deep covered baker can go into your microwave. It can go into your oven. It gives you a result of food that you probably haven't experienced before. So I've heard a lot of people say, well, what about glassware? Glassware doesn't react the same way that stoneware does because of its conductivity, right? So, and also stoneware is slightly porous as opposed to glassware, which is absolutely not. With having the lid on this and the way that the stoneware treats the food, you can cook chicken in this in the microwave in between 10 and 15 minutes, or a whole chicken in half an hour. And I promise you, it will not taste like microwave chicken. I've heard a lot of people ask if it's rubbery. Absolutely not. The chicken fajitas that I cook in it often, likely once a week, and I use the salad shears to go with it, takes me from prep to on the table less than 20 minutes. So it takes me about 13 minutes to cook it, and then prep and serve is about 7. That is a great time saver, and I can cut things up small enough that my kids don't even notice the vegetables in it. The whipped cream maker. So you can make your own whipped cream, your own butter, your own mousse, your own eggs, different kinds of omelets, things like that. It's a very simple kind of tool, but its results are amazing. There's actually close to 30 different recipes going around the internet right now for this tool. It's an awesome place to start. Same with the microwave egg cooker. It's new out this spring, summer season. It is so popular, they're having a hard time keeping it in stock right now. As soon as we get it in, it goes out again. So there's over 30 recipes for it going around too. It doesn't just cook eggs, it can cook different kinds of mug cakes or oatmeals or anything. And it's small enough that it could probably fit into your cup holder. So heat up your breakfast on the way to work. It will keep it hot, I promise you. So you can eat it once you get to work, or you can eat it, make it while you're getting ready, and then eat quick before you go. Omelets, less than a minute and a half in the microwave. I kid you not. So you could do up your prep for the week in this. Make your omelets in the morning. You're good to go. 5-minute breakfast saves you a lot of time and money. The cool and serve tray, honestly, for me, is a complete game changer in my life. So we make up a tray of fruits and vegetables, one of each, every weekend. From that, I make the kids lunches, or I put it out with breakfast, or I add it to a dinner, or it's an after-school snack, or we take it for our lunches. Everything gets eaten. So once healthy things are prepped and ready to go, people are more likely to reach for those things because it's the quick and easy that makes people want to snack on them. So if you had a choice between this or making something that was a little less unhealthy, you're likely going to go for this first because it's ready and it's available. The dual-sided cleaning brush. I've had this guy since I started. So for about 3 or 4 years, nothing is wrong with it at all. It's perfect. I have 3 of them, one for the kitchen, one for the bathrooms, one for the laundry. It's not like a toothbrush. The bristles are stiff, but they're also angled. So it's great for tile, getting around spaces. It's like $6. Honestly, it is so worth it, and it is such a helper. You don't realize how much, I didn't realize how much I used it until I actually started thinking about it. This, I think, is a must-have product. The salad shears, of course, are for salad. They have 2 blades on them. But it's also good for things like I said, the chicken fajita, or making pulled pork, or dicing up leftover roast beef to make a shepherd's pie or something later. Anything that you have to cut up in a hurry. The scoop action on the back, you can tell I love this. The scoop action on the back lets you scoop up into the food and then cut into it. So it's a one-hand method, and it's great. The professional kitchen shears are fantastic. Normal scissors, yep, do work. You can cut chicken, you can cut bacon. Not like these. And these have a great warranty on them. They stay sharp. You can sharpen them. They spring back. They feel good. They have a protective case. They are a time saver. Like the little wonky bits on chicken. This, honestly, I love these shears. I know a couple people who love them so much they bought them, one for their house, one for their cottage, or one for their house, one for their trailer, things like that, because they can't have a kitchen without it. They're perfect. The mix and chop is a classic. A classic. I think I've sold more of these than almost anything else. These are great. There's 10 different ways that you can use this, for juice, for raw meat, for cooked meat, for breaking down things, for egg salad. My husband tried it for mashed potatoes one time by accident. This is one of those tools you don't know what you're missing until you have it. My tongs lock into position so they don't get stuck in my drawer like the old ones did. I went to someone's house and I went to use their normal tongs that don't have a spring load action, and I didn't realize how much I love these guys until I didn't have them. The can opener is perfect. It doesn't leave the sharp edge. So it punctures the seal and then has a little guy right here. You press the button that pulls the lid off. It's very simple to use. It's left or right hand friendly. Fun fact, Doris Christopher, our founder, was left-handed, so she wanted to make sure that every Pampered Chef tool that we have is ambidextrous. You can use it for right-handed or left-handed people. This little serving tray, it's like a chalkboard. You can write anything you want on it. Welcome to people, tell them what different foods are, set cold things or hot things on it, put crackers on it, whatever you want. It's nice to have a little statement piece when you're entertaining. And this is inexpensive, funky, has little sayings on it, share, laugh, cheers, and gather. It's just a nice little piece to have. This is the spoon that started it all for me. I've tried different brands. I tried Cuisinart, KitchenAid, Betty Crocker. I looked for spoons that were the same kind because I had a Pampered Chef spoon from 15 years ago and I loved it and I wanted more. But I couldn't find a Pampered Chef rep. So I finally found one. I hosted a party so I could get more spoons and then I decided to sign up. This spoon, if I were to say, if you were to try to get anything else in Pampered Chef, these spoons, there's a whole set of them, different kinds of them. They're hard enough, firm enough to cook with, to do whatever you need to do with. They're soft enough that they can scrape the sides of bowls. They're sturdy enough that they won't bend or waver. You can put them in the dishwasher. They don't stain. If you happen to get a bit of staining, just set it out in the sun for a few days. Gone. It's like magic. All of these things, plus the bar pans, I should have had this on here, I think are great starters for people who are getting into Pampered Chef. These are the things that over the past few years that I've learned about, that if my kitchen were to be missing these things, I would feel lost. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.